I am the Gamer Under Development, and before we get started today, I want to take 1 second to thank the patrons over on Patreon. That is Buzzkill McSquare, Bazzer, and of course, Lazy Dragon. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and check out the Patreon. The link for that is down in the description. You can do so for only $1 a month. With that said, let's jump right into the content. This is Monster Train. Today we're going to be picking up where we left off before. Did you see how I slurred that word there? It's the coffee. I haven't had enough yet. Anyways, today we're going to be doing Stygian Guard and the Hellhorned. Last time we had a lot of success with the Stygian Guard and the Umbra. Well, that was probably the time before last. Anyways, we're going to do Stygian Guard and Hellhorned. The reason I think these two will actually work really well together is because the Hellhorned has the 1 energy piercing for 5 spell, which will become free if we get the 1 cost reduction champion, as well as the 3 cost spell that does damage equal to the armor generated on your units. So we're going to be looking for armor cards, we're going to be looking for spell damage cards, and honestly, I'd like to pick up some of the incant totems that produce armor as well. I think that would be very, very useful in this particular combination. But it'll be determined by what we get. Hey! How about that, y'all? How about that? Incant, apply armor 1 to friendly units. We got one of these right off the bat. We got 2 horn breaks and 2 Titan's Gratitudes. This is a great start. Holy crap. Like I was just talking about it, guys. I didn't think that was going to happen. That's insane. Summon abilities trigger an additional time. That's okay. It's not great. Deal 2 damage whenever an enemy unit moves between floors. This is actually really, really strong for early trials. I'm very tempted to take this because it's so strong early. This could be very, very strong later on in the game, though. Like, if we were to get the imp that gives 20 armor when summoned, this would give 40 armor when summoned, which is very nice. Let's take a look at our deck here real quick, just to... Yeah, it's tough. I think this has better long-term outlook, but I think this lets us get early trials. And it comes down to me for whether or not we're going to need those early trial bonuses. And I feel like the Stygians are weaker early game, so the jackstrips are actually better. I'm going to go with that. And then let's go to the Forge and hope that we get the good champion. We did. Sweet. That would have been horrible if we didn't get the cost reduction champion with the deck that we have. That would have been actually very, very sad. Okay. First battle, here we go. Let's do it. Non-boss enemy units get +4 attack. This is actually fine. These guys will die instantly thanks to our jackstrips as long as we set up on the 2nd floor. The bigger guys we can wear down. They only have 2 attack anyway. I'm going to go ahead and take this one. I think this is a challenge that we can easily complete. We're going to set up on the 2nd floor, not the 1st, because of our jackstrips being super powerful. So what we will do here is we will put Tethys down here, Guardian Stone down here, and a Train Steward here, and then we will just go ahead and, I guess, cast these on the other floor, even though we're not going to get incant triggers just yet. Dead. Beautiful. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay, so this is a bit dangerous. We could just Hornbreak here to kill this. I think that's the better deal, just to ensure that we get our money, and then we'll Frozen Lance for free because we can. We can throw the Train Steward down on floor 3 and then just hit Titan's Gratitude here to bring that down low enough that we can kill it. Beautiful. 2 of their units die right there. This is working out super, super well so far. Like, I'm loving our first train right now, or our first fight right now. First encounter. I'm not sure what to actually call it. Here's the boss. The boss is going to give us one of the cards that's going to essentially cost us an energy just not to take damage. That's unfortunate, but it's not unbeatable. In fact, it's not really that bad of a repercussion for us, really. We can just kill the healing guy right here, just so that we can go ahead and do a little bit of damage here. We could get 10 damage by placing a Train Steward here, and we might as well, so I'm going to do that. Okay, there it is. The cost thing that's not really painful to us at all. Get as many triggers as we can, and that's dead. Beautiful. Just beautiful. First train fight, guys. Jackstrip's a very good decision here. The reason I actually took Jackstrips is because if you do the one where it puts enemies on every floor, it'll kill all those enemies, and you get that trial automatically. That wasn't the trial we got, but we still benefited from it, so it's fine. Okay. So it's very clear to me that based on having 2 Titan's Gratitudes, we are going to swing into the offering stuff more than the multi-strike spells. So I'm going to take the offering token here. And then Welder Helper is one that we actually like if we want to build towards the high damage armor spell that's in the Hellhorn. I don't think that's a bad idea, so I'm going to snag that. Okay, this is... oh wow. Oh wow, okay. Every one of these cards is good for our deck. This one might be slightly better, but it does kill itself, whereas these have more scaling. Not sure which of these actually has better scaling. I think it's probably going to end up being Guard of the Unnamed over the Steelworker. That being said, I'd like to have all of these. Can we just take all of these? Is that an option? Can I just, like, I'll take a penalty even. You can, like, add garbage cards to my deck if I get to take all 3 of these. I'm kidding. That would be horrible. I think Guard of the Unnamed is the best pick here, even though Offering Monument is a rarer card and much, much more powerful. So we get at least 8 draws off of this. At least 8 draws. Wow, that's actually pretty tough. I'm gonna do this. It's the more reliable pick. The 8 draws would have been really, really strong, but it's a more reliable pick to get us a defensive unit here, since we're trying to set up for armor and that big, big damage Hellhorn spell with this run. Now, if we come over here, there is a chance to pick up another Stygian unit. On the other hand, if we go to this side, we get a little more money, and we do get to upgrade spells. Upgrading spells could allow us to move these up to 15 damage, which is extremely powerful. But coming over here and upgrading a unit at best right now would allow us to, what, get, yeah, I mean, we could get, like, Double Strike or Quick on one of these guys. That's actually not super useful at this point. The biggest gain from going to this side is that we would get another unit, and I'm not sure that we even want another unit at the moment. I feel like our unit layout is pretty good right now, because we have 4 spots on a floor, right? So 2, 3, 4, and then, of course, 5. Beautiful. Yeah, we don't really need another unit right now. We're going to go this way. We're going to take our money. We're going to see what we can get from the Merchant of Magic. Upgrade a spell to remove Consume. We have no Consume spells. Upgrade a spell with plus 20 magic power and Consume. So we could do that on one of these, and then remove the Consume and give it 1 more cost, which would make it cost 1 to do, like, 25 damage. But that's a lot of money to waste just to make that a little bit better. And I don't think that actually pans out quite so well. That all seems very wasteful. I'm going to re-roll and see if we get something better, because I don't think there's really anything in here that is particularly good. I mean, paying 20 on this to get a torch that does 22 could actually be useful for letting us clear a backline unit and then removing itself from the deck. I think I'll take that. And then we'll re-roll here and see what we can get. Upgrade a spell to gain holdover. Yes. Yes. Did I say yes? Because I meant yes. Okay. What's getting holdover here? What is the best thing for us to get holdover with? Offering Token could be a great example of a card to gain holdover. Is it really, though? One dis one, but you're also losing this card from hand, so it's a net loss of a card to cycle through the deck faster. On the other hand, actually, let's do this. Yeah, I like that a lot. I like that a lot. 15 piercing damage that we have every turn for free seems really good to me. And then we get to purge a card here, so we're going to actually purge one of our Frozen Lances. As much as they're nice because they give us free incant triggers, we have way too many of them, and it's just basically filling our deck with garbage. It's bloating our deck. There we go. Non-boss enemy units enter with 3 spikes. Dead, dead. Okay. I'm gonna turn this one on. Normally I avoid spikes with our champion, but considering that everything that can spawn for this is going to die by the time it moves to the 2nd floor pretty much, it should be fine. Once again, these jack strips are gonna come in extremely handy here and allow us to take this trial almost with, like, immunity. It's actually really strong overall. That's just beautiful right there. That can die so they don't skip to the 3rd floor, even though it doesn't matter. I'm actually halfway tempted to just hit this guy with the torch spell, because he'll actually gain an armor. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, they all die. This is like working out ridiculously well. Like, ridiculously well here. I'm not even sure I want to consume this. It will pull it out of the deck. But I don't know that that's actually even a Well, it is a benefit. Let's do that. Let's pull it out of the deck. While we're at it, you can go ahead and have some more armor and some more armor on top of that. And they all die. This is like borderline ridiculous at this point. I'm just saying, like borderline ridiculous. Okay, there. Give me an incant trigger, please. Beautiful. All right, we're on the boss. And we're gonna start with the boss by taking out this just so that we ensure that the boss doesn't jump to the 3rd floor somehow, because that would be really bad for us. We're going to hit the boss with 15 piercing damage, and then we will go ahead and, I guess, if we put this down, he's not even going to get 1 hit. There's literally no point to putting him down. But there's also no way for us to get any extra value out of this hand at all here. I mean, we could kill this guy, but it doesn't make a difference. So I think what we'll do is we'll just cast these both here to get some incant triggers, because that's the only way to get additional value out of them. Alright. Beautiful. Piercing damage, frozen lance. We can't put another body up here, unfortunately. Wow, this guy has sweep, which is really, really rough. And I'm actually not sure that we're going to be able to kill him before he gets to the top of the train, because we don't have any of those massive damage spells. I guess we do have the Titan's Gratitudes. If we pull a Titan's Gratitude next turn, we might be okay. But his sweep effect is just way, way too strong here for us. Okay, if we pull Titan's Gratitude here, we're fine. That was not Titan's Gratitude, but I think we might still be kind of we're gonna take a hit to the pyre. No way to avoid it with the sweep effect, but it's only 1 hit and that boss is done. So we did still get our trial bonus there, yeah. Crypt Builder seems like a great pick here, as we have so many cards that can trigger Offering, and we need something that's kind of a heavy hitter. I'm gonna take that. We could get another Welder Helper here, but we know that if we take too many units, we end up with bloat. And I don't think that's a great idea. Mainly because Welder Helper doesn't scale, right? So there's no upside to getting a second one of these, really. Let's skip it and take the money. Speaking of which, we should be looking to upgrade that Welder Helper a little bit so that it's actually more useful. So here we can take the 20 pyre health. We'll actually be able to close to cap our pyre health that way, as well as giving us access to Herzl's Horde. If we come to the Hell Vent, we could duplicate a card. I'm not entirely sure that we have a card that warrants duplication right now. I wouldn't mind duplicating this, and getting a second Guardian Stone could be good. But I don't think that that's necessarily correct, because we're already at 22 cards. Like, right now we want to be focusing on thinning even more if we can. Spells gain an extra upgrade slot. That seems very good. That seems very good. We're going to take some pyre health here, and we're going to go check out this event. The historian makes his way towards the train in his unusual carriage. Sorry, guys. Hellborn, how fortunate I am that our travels have finally crossed paths. I have, like, dyslexia this morning. I am recording the events of Armageddon for posterity. Possibly futile, I know, but I shall make a fortune if you do somehow succeed. So would you characterize yourself as honest, aggressive, or stealthy? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is like a no-brainer. Thanks. Thanks for the extra money. Sneaky but smart, I see. Well, I shall have to change the narrative to support the truth, but nothing a few hours of editing can't accomplish. Here's something for your assistance. Best of luck to you in the battles ahead. Mind you that this thing should have 3 upgrades available, so if we can just put a bunch of damage on that, we can actually just get paid a lot every single fight. If we were able to get holdover on that, I would be extremely happy. That would be a huge, huge way for us to just farm gold. How much is it again? It's 50 gold. That would be a huge way to farm gold. Enemy units deal 1 damage to the front unit on death. Okay. That's not a huge deal because we have 3 armor every time we cast a spell on our front line. So it's really not meaningful at all that they have that. It's actually kind of the opposite of meaningful. I think we're going to build on the 2nd floor here again. I still feel like that makes the best sense. I guess we could have built on the bottom floor here, especially with these triggers, but I don't think it's necessarily worth. Okay. And we get our Guardian Stone here. We didn't get any incant triggers right now, but these guys are going to die when they hit the next floor anyway. So due to our jack strip, setting up on the 2nd floor is still the best option that we have available to us. In this instance, I don't actually want to put train stewards down because if they spawn a explosive, we then have to protect them from it, and that doesn't actually help us in any way, shape, or form. I will go ahead and spend all the mana I can on trying to kill that frontline unit so that it will die to the spikes when it moves up the floor. Beautiful there. We're not getting a lot of incant triggers this fight for obvious reasons. Slay that thing, get some money. Now we should be able to get some nice incant triggers here. And we could have used these spells on the bottom floor as well. In fact, I might use one of them on the bottom floor here just to drastically reduce the amount of health that we need to go through to damage those guys. Okay. Seems good. I feel like this just kind of kills him. Yeah. Does it end up being wasted damage, though? 6, 8, 13... Doesn't quite kill him. Let's do this. And then incant trigger and incant trigger. Lovely. Alright, these guys are all gonna die when they get here. He's gonna take some armor damage there, but thankfully we did build up his armor quite nicely. I'm gonna go ahead and put Welder Helper down, which will actually help bolster his armor even more given the current situation. We can do 15 to that with our holdover spell, and then honestly, I'm gonna trigger this up here to get an incant trigger, and we'll just cast this on the bottom because it doesn't really matter that much. Oh, actually, glad I looked up here. We'll cast this up here to make sure that that guy doesn't reach the pyre. I almost missed that. Like, I didn't even notice that that one unit got through, and that would have been kind of a problem, to be honest. Dead him just because he has armor, and we want to get through it as quickly as possible. Trigger, trigger... Trigger, Train Steward. We'll have to finish that off next turn. It shouldn't be too much of a problem, though. Daedalus actually isn't a huge threat on his own. Oh, wow, yeah, that thing is just dead because of the jackstrips again. Okay. So, definitely want this first. Definitely fine with casting that. Fine with casting that as well. Gonna put a second Train Steward here. So we're gonna get Daedalus down to about half here, which may actually be a bigger problem than I anticipated. Our biggest issue right now is that we actually just lack damage. And I feel like maybe I should have taken one of those high damage, like, triple strike spells after all. But even if we just wear him down, like, a lot here, and then get him to the pyre, that could work out for us. So 15 and another 12, that's 27 damage if we do that, 60 if we do this. That's not even, like, a negotiable difference. We're going for that. Okay. Not gonna stop him from moving or anything. He's only gonna take 5 damage here, so... Sadly, like, this could be it. If our pyre doesn't kill him before it gets shattered, we're kind of just dead. Ooh, that was way, way too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort. Potentially tempting. Meh. I'm not really feeling any of these spells, to be honest. I'm gonna take the money. Hello. Okay, so options here that are good are Offering Monument and Rail Beater. Offering Monument is obviously better. I think we're gonna go for that. And then here we need to choose whether we want to draw, have more energy. Having more energy is a no-go. Having more capacity is good. And having more draw is potentially good as well. I'm gonna go for capacity though, just because we do now have the ability to put down that incant stone that draws cards. Obviously going to this side means we get upgrades for our spells, we get pyre health, and we get to remove cards. That's like a win on every single level for us. Okay, give me something good. Upgrade a spell to have double stack. We have no status effect spells. Awesome. Upgrade a spell with 20 magic power and consume. I like that one. Tempted to put it on one of these just to give us more burst damage, but that's not a really good way to get burst damage in my opinion. It's much better for us to do that with one of these. Yeah, that's better. Actually, maybe we'll do it with one of these frozen lances. So we can thin one of those out of the deck as well. It's really sad when you get like a stack stone and you don't have anything to use it on. -1 cost on the Crypt Builder could actually be useful for those like final round things like we had before, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then we'll re-roll. Upgrade a spell to gain Permafrost. Okay, so this is going to sit in our hands until we need it most. That's actually tough, because we're gonna play almost everything in our hands all the time. Maybe Crypt Builder, because there will be instances where we don't cast it and it could sit in our hand. Let's go for more spell power on this, so that we have 25 to armored targets. And then we're gonna leave here, and we're gonna go remove some spells. I'm not gonna remove Train Steward. Actually, let's remove one Train Steward, and then let's remove a spell that we don't want in the deck, which is probably going to be a single Frozen Lance. Okay. Thinning out even more. Now, what I really need here... this one actually could do us some good here. This one's not as useful at this point, so I'm going to go for the spell weakness one. It does have sweep, which is dangerous, because if they have units with spikes, we just get wrecked. Is there anything that we do want to cost reduce here now that I think about it? No, not really. I mean, there's not a huge bonus to cost reducing any of those cards. However, we could use some money to thin the deck even more now that I think about it. So if we were going to cut another card, which card would we cut? Probably one of these. Okay. Seems good. Let's go. If we get to Fell and we don't get something that scales here, we're going to have trouble. Like, that's the biggest issue we have right now, is we don't have any scaling. Non-boss enemy units restore all health when they move up a floor. Can we do enough damage to kill them on a single floor? This guy has 13 attack. That's always rough. He has 500 health. That's also really, really rough. I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know if we have the damage to survive this round. I don't think we do. I think I made a mistake by not taking the higher damage spell early on. Yeah. I think that was a mistake. We do kill these guys ridiculously easily, though. It's dangerous to do this, but I think we need the random artifact if we're going to make it through Fell, so I'm going to do it here. I don't necessarily feel like we have as much of a choice there, as it's kind of required for us to actually do this the way that we're going to do it. We have a couple choices here on how we want to do things. We could set up on floor 0, and probably should in this instance. Yeah, I'm gonna set up on floor 0 here just because we kind of need to. We'll pitch that. Oh no, I thought that was the offering card. I just completely wrecked us. That was a huge, huge play error. Oh my gosh, how did I do that? How did I do that? But they do have spell weakness, so that's a plus. Oh yeah, the spell weakness will cause this to just instantly kill them, which is pretty good. Let's do this. 1. We do also have to think about this floor as well. But we can go 2. It's gonna cost all the energy we have to make this work the way that I need it to work. Or we could just try to kill him on the next floor, actually, which is probably better, but then we're not going to get the money from that. Alright. I did what I had to do because I made a mistake the first round. Dead. Like that a lot. So we can kill one of these with that, but we need to save exactly 2 energy if we want that to work. This we're not actually going to get slay bonuses from, so here I'm just going to get triggers to give us more armor, as I think that's actually going to be the most beneficial thing we can do. And then we'll put this guy down, and we will kill one of these guys, which will actually allow both of these guys to survive. It does still mean that we've got to deal with that guy on the top floor, which is problematic, but also not the end of the world, because he does have spell weakness, and we do have the ability to just horn break him here for the kill. That does mean we'll have to deal with this guy on the next floor, but that's kind of alright. And then up here, we need to figure out whether or not we can weaken one of these guys enough. So that'll be 12. Leaves him at 21. He's going to only take 5 there, so that actually doesn't work out quite as we'd like it to. Let's do this. Let's put a Train Steward on the top floor, and then go for just some casts down here to get more triggers. Okay. Let's go ahead and horn break one of these guys just for an instant kill. And then we'll offering token up here and hope that we did not get the thing we were looking for. We can still kill this guy, though. Actually, we can just kill him with this, but it's better to kill him with that. And then right here, we're gonna kill one of these guys. I am not even sure how this is working, but it's working. Dead. Let's put this right here. Put this right here. All right. All right. I don't know how this is working, but it's working. We kill him. Oh, we don't have the energy. Okay. We do that. We do that. We don't have the energy to cast this, but it freezes, so we get it next round. Look at all the stacks of spell weakness there. Okay, we might actually survive this. We might actually survive this. He's got 9 stacks of spell weakness. This should just kill him. I can't even tell you how that happened. Gain 7 energy on the first turn of battle. Well, that's useful. So we can definitely set up now. Guardian's Amulet seems like a good take here, but it doesn't help our problem of not having enough damage. I'm gonna take it though, because it is rather powerful for us. Move units to the front and give them armor 10. That's not great. Applying Rage could actually help with our damage issues a little bit, but not a lot. I'm gonna skip here. What we really need is we need a heavy hitting unit. If we can go to a side that has a Hellhorn unit draft, I absolutely will here. Well, that's not an option. Okay. Chance to get a trinket that could help, some extra money, and another artifact, or pyre health, Merchant of Magic, and a concealed cavern. What could a Merchant of Magic do for us that would be extremely useful here? That's actually really tough. We actually only have enough to maybe get 1 trinket from the Trinket Merchant, though, and it would have to be one of the starting ones. And that would still leave our health very, very low. If we look at the map here... It's a random boss. Okay. Oh, this is so tough, guys. This is so tough. I legitimately don't know which one to pick. If we could get holdover on this, it would be absurd. Holdover on this spell would be absolutely absurd. I'm gonna go this way because it buys us the breathing room on pyre health. Double stack. Thanks, game. Thanks. I appreciate that. Thanks for making my hopes and dreams die. We could put a little extra damage on this to actually get more value out of it. I don't think that's a bad idea. Or we could go for more damage on this as well, which isn't a bad idea either. I'm gonna go for the damage on this, though. And I'm gonna reroll. That doesn't help. That doesn't help at all. That helps, because we can now cast this for 0, but it is an offering card, so it's almost a waste to even do that. And it might be better just to make this... Well, this is going to be 0 if it's on the right floor anyway. But if it's not on the right floor... Actually, let's cost reduce this. And then... Do we want to upgrade another spell with Consume so it'll remove itself from the deck and thin the deck more? Yeah, we do. That seems good. Alright. What do we got, Concealed Caverns? We need you. Give me something good. As you pass the train graveyard, you notice several of your fallen allies within the Beasts of Gnarled Steel lie now extinguished pyre shards. Even further inside the rubble, you can make out some last protected treasures. Perhaps if you were to relight the pyre shards using some of your own, the trains would reveal their value. Okay. When your pyre kills a unit, restore 5 pyre health. Friendly units get plus 10 health and Heartless. They can't be healed. We don't have healing anyway, so this is just a plus for us. This could help us regen pyre health, but nothing's really gonna make it to our pyre and not hit the pyre, so... And this would just upgrade a single unit. I'm gonna go for this. I think that's the best bet right there. Okay. This run is edge of the seat for me at least. Oh no, not this guy. There's no way we're giving enemies 15 armor here. There's just not. It's not feasible. We don't have enough pyre health to survive that. It's just not a good idea. Set up on floor 2. Offering monument here. Floor 3 for the train steward. And then we just trigger one of these for an incant. Although all that's going to do is... We do have tons of energy though, so yeah, we can do that. Okay. Here we go. God, I love that they just get wrecked like that though. That's really nice. Guardian Stone here seems very good. Guess we just kill one of these guys, although there's no point because they're just going to die anyway. So actually, yeah, let's do that. We can offering token here as well. We'll just discard this because there's no reason for us to cast Crypt Builder here. Or anything else for that matter. Casting that there makes sense. Another train steward up here. Alright. So far, so good. So far, I'm very fond of this outcome as it is. Let's go ahead and kill that. Let's get some money here by taking out one of these guys. And then right here, we might as well just Crypt Builder here to kill him, although it is entirely possible that we just wreck him with these. Let's see, 26, 32... Oh yeah, he just dies to these. Oh, and we do get draws as well, which is good. Alright, well, that's definitely a way to do it. Frozen Lance for a trigger here. We could kill something to open up another spot here, and that's actually not a bad idea. Like, killing our own imp here to open up a spot for something that deals damage is not a terrible idea. The question is, do we actually have anything in our deck that fills that spot better? I mean, even a train steward technically fills that spot better because the imp doesn't have any damage. Sure. Let's go for that. Did we not kill him? Oh, he has 6 health left. Okay. Wow. Well, that's a thing. Let's discard this. Can we actually kill him with this? We cannot. Has to be an enemy unit. Okay. I mean, that'll kill him. Okay. Now we've opened up enough slots to actually put down another one of our buddy boys here. Let's go ahead and end the turn. They all die. Okay. Dead. We'll get that back next turn to kill something else as well, which is nice. Cast. Cast for more armors. Cast this and risk the Crypt Builder? Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Dead. Of course, now I'm not drawing train stewards. They're like in there somewhere, but we're not gonna get them anytime soon. The game is like, no. No, I know what you're doing. You're killing your own people, and that's not okay. It's trying to punish us. Oh, of course it gets that, but at least we get a double incant trigger for that, which is fine. End the turn. Alright. Okay, so. Dead. I kind of want to hit the... Oh, we can hit the sap. Kill this, get our money. Nice, we get the sap on that guy. That's going to help a little bit, but not much. We would need to sap him a second time for that to really hit right. Let's put a train steward right here. Let's go ahead and hit him with that. Hit him with petty theft. Cast this. Discard Crypt Builder to get some nice damage. Frozen Lance him for a little more damage. We did not draw back into the sap card, and that's actually going to hurt us quite a bit here because he is going to unload. We're only going to get about 95 damage. However, we should get quite a few stacks of spell weakness, and that could be the difference maker. It all comes down to how many stacks of spell weakness we get here. Please give me good stacks. Okay, 6 stacks of spell weakness available here. 6 times 30 is 180. That is not enough. That is not enough. Wow. 6 times 60 would have been 360. If we could have pulled into that other card, it might have been enough, but it's not enough as it is. Okay. That was nice. Still not likely to save us, but it was nice. Okay. Yeah, we're probably dead here. It was such a good run. It was such a good run. If we had pulled the 60 damage card there, I think we might have made it. But we just didn't have enough damage. It is what it is. I still think it was I would still call that a pretty good run, though. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. We will try again next week. I will also continue to be working on these between... I have been doing runs between these, and I've had quite a few runs that have been very, very successful with the Stygian, but I always hit like a sticking point. It's not so bad as it was before, but like that one just felt like really bad luck in not pulling the Crypt Builder when we needed it. Yeah, I don't know. Still, good run. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!